Hello everyone. Today we have Mr. Balasubramanian, the CEO of Aditya Birla Mutual Fund AMC. Thanks a lot, sir, for being here at Groww office.
Yeah.
So what we try to do is we bring a lot of content and we bring the industry experts who can communicate to our audience and help them understand how the whole investing space works and get more trust with the industry so that they can make the right decisions.
Correct.
And so sir has been a veteran. I mean, you spent more number of years in this industry than probably a lot of our viewers, their ages. So maybe they were born, before they were born, you have been a part of this industry. So any insight or anything you want to share, like how it's evolved over time and what has been the market like?
Yeah. So I think I'm fortunate to be in Indian mutual fund industry since the time the private sector mutual funds came into place in 1992-93. I think MF industry is it may sound a little complicated from a normal investor's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
People may think it's a bit rocket science investing. The mutual fund is one vehicle. It's the most transparent, most simple product, and mutual fund is one asset class takes care of the entire needs of the customer, and at what it requires, especially for youngsters, what they have to just keep in mind, what it requires is only about the discipline of investing. As long as we are able to keep that discipline of investing, is nothing but you are investing for long term. Discipline is nothing but investing for long term. And I mean long term, it has to be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and then stay invested.
Sure.
Second is youngsters, when they come and make an investment, they have to behave as if they are actually come for retirement. Any investment that they make, they should look at as if the money they are investing for 30 years, 40 years as they work in any organization. And the same principle if you apply, then your investment will also give a similar experience. As you get in any organization by being a long-serving employee, you get a lot of benefit. The same benefit accrues actually in the mutual fund as well, provided you come for the long term.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I think the answer is long-term thinking, long-term investing.
Correct.
Is definitely going to make a bright future. So sir, so be it large cap or ELSS, multi-cap, you name the category and one of the Birla funds will be in the top few, like top 3 and something.
Correct.
So what's the investment, like what's the mantra given to your investment team? Like how do they continue consistently performing?
So I think clearly from the investment point of view, I was also a money manager for the long, and from the money manager's point of view, clearly the mandate is to perform better than the market. So that's the main mandate. If the Sensex gives say 10%, then you should be able to deliver 12-13% over a period of time. In the interim period, you may go through a tough time.
Okay.
Because the market is subject to volatility, which is fine. But as long as the longer term is able to deliver better than the market, using its efficiency, that's something which has comes. Each of the money managers have got a mandate. Somebody is investing in large cap. So large cap generally in current scenario, which is more than say more than 40,000 crores, comes under the large cap category. And less than 40,000 crores comes in the mid cap category. And less than 5,000 crores comes in the small cap category. And each category is actually such a large pool of universe is there. Each money managers are identified as specialists in each category.
Okay.
There will be some specialists who will be focusing only on large cap. Because the moment he operates in a boundary, his ability to actually to identify, spot the opportunities. So his job is to spotting opportunities, and he is able to spot the opportunities provided his investment universe actually give him a boundary in which he should function. Therefore, the money manager who are large cap manager, mid cap manager, or small cap manager, or any thematic kind of manager. When I mean thematic, there are specialists who invest only in technology companies. TMT company. We used to have a lot of the TMTs companies, which is telecom, mobile, and which is the third one, which is the on media.
Okay.
Right. This is the way it used to work. Not mobile, media. So technology companies, when they have to make investment, then they basically focus only on identifying companies in the TMT space.
So that helps us.
So they help. So that is why I think the money managers bring their best, because they also stay focused. If they're not staying focused, they will not be the best to the investors. The reason why Aditya Birla mutual fund have delivered consistent return in the long run is only because of this principle of being more focused on what you do.
Okay. So another thing what we have observed is even though the market's been very volatile last couple of years, how we've seen, but the inflows to the industry has been consistently growing.
Okay.
So what do you think is working, and how's it going to be going forward in the next few years?
Correct. No, I think interestingly, I think mutual funds will continue to play a dominant role in the financial service industry. I think there used to be a time where we used to go and tell people mutual fund is all about this, then all we have to explain. Today, no more an explanation that is required for the consumer point of view, investor's point of view. So, a mutual fund is now becoming part and parcel of their consideration when it comes to the question of investing. That's one. Second is the number of people. So, we may say we are 24-year-old industry. Still, the number of people who have made investments in mutual funds is only about 2 crores still. I'm talking about unique number. As against 125 crores population.
True.
Let us take investable population, let us assuming 50 crores. Because everybody cannot invest, everybody doesn't have money.
True.
So let us take 50 crores population can be a potential investors for mutual fund. In that only 2 crores investors are there mutual fund so far. So for that, I think awareness level going up. You will see more money coming in as a result of under-penetration that still exists in India.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I think the season has come for the tax investments. A lot of people on Groww also have started asking this is the right time, or should we, because they have still 3 months. But as we always say, today is always the last time. Actually, the best time was yesterday.
Correct.
Earlier you
Correct.
start.
Correct.
Right? But especially when we talk about the tax saving funds and the Aditya Birla tax relief 96, yeah, for 20 years, and the percentage return is given since launch is around 24-25%, right?
Correct.
So consistently good performance. How do you ensure that? How do you work on that?
Again, as I mentioned earlier, the beauty of this product is a 3-year lock-in product.
Yeah.
So when the money manager is given a lock-in period, then he is able to identify companies that can deliver return over a period of time.
True.
Second, he also looks at companies that can deliver over a longer term rather than actually deliver in the short term. He doesn't need to worry about the short-term underperformance, short-term performance. So he is able to buy a stocks and sit on it and look for the company to deliver over a period of time. I think the Aditya Birla Sun Life 96, tax relief 96, the money manager who was managing it, he's done exactly the same. He has been buying into the companies in the portfolio and sitting tight on it, and that company delivers return in the long run. There may be 1 year he may not perform well, but that doesn't mean actually he's a bad manager. He is able to perform well in the long run. I think that's the beauty of Sun Life 96. Second, though it's an open-ended fund from subscription point of view, there is a lock-in of 3 years. Therefore, the money manager doesn't need to change the portfolio in order to generate extra return. He can always buy generate the extra return over a period of time by sitting tight on the stocks and sectors in which he is convinced.
Okay. Yeah, I think this helps. I mean, if there's a lock-in, then he also has some freedom to take a little long shots, and I think that helps. That's why long-term investing generally helps.
Correct.
Because you have some positive and some negative times.
Correct.
But you end up making more money later. Great. So one more thing, a lot of our users have asked us recently is the elections and the markets have been, very much correlated. At least people's sentiments gets driven, and there is an election around the corner in early next year. How do you see investing for not really long term, but 3 years, 5 years time horizon? Should look at the election as should they worry? Should they not worry? How should they look at these elections?
See, the election is something which anyway one has to look at more from their academic interest point of view.
Okay.
But from the market point of view, investment world point of view, is not something which one should worry about it.
Okay.
The reason I am saying is every 5-year election will come, and within that every state elections will come.
Sure.
But economy, which is not driven only by the politics, economy is driven by the fundamentals of the economy. So as long as the market is driven by the fundamentals of the economy, irrespective of whatever the government is, whichever government is there, and that's being the case of nature of the market to pay a respect to the fundamentals of the economy, I think market will always do well in the long run. Therefore, from investors' point of view, while one has to listen to the noises, but not necessarily one has to delay the decision just because the election is coming, markets are volatile and so on and so forth.
And especially we saw the last these 4 state elections. People were expecting different market
correct.
reaction, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, correct.
So I think the overall market and the retail investors are becoming more and more mature now.
Exactly.
So probably even this election, you should not worry too much. You just start investing the way you would have invested otherwise.
Exactly.
And stick to the plan.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. I think ultimately the success is all about sticking to the plan.
Yeah, true. I think that's all. Okay. So, sir, one more question. So, if I'm a 25-year-old person just started recently working, what's that, 1 or 2 funds or categories you think that I must have in my portfolio?
See, if you are anywhere 25, your ability to take risk is high. Because you still have a long way to go from your career point of view. Your earnings is going to multiply each year by anywhere between 8% to 12%.
Okay.
So that means at the end of the each 10 years, if you see, I think your earnings is going to be actually substantially higher.
Yeah.
And that is being the case, one must consider as part of their investment is a mid and small cap kind of portfolio. Because mid and small cap kind of portfolio does deliver return in the long run, but in the short run they always go through a pain period. So most of the people may say, I'll invest in index fund. The index fund will give you a mediocre return. But anyway, your time horizon for investing is so long. And so for such a long period, companies which are fundamentally sound coming from the mid and small cap space does better. Therefore, this must be part of the portfolio. How much the allocation will depending upon how much money is putting in,
Okay.
and also the expected return for each of the asset classes. But at 25-year age, one should go long on equity. Given the fact he can go up to 70% of his money in equity, which is nothing but 100 minus age, should be the equity allocation.
Okay.
With 100 minus 25 is 75, 70% can go into equity. And within that, you put a large chunk of your investments into the mid and small cap portfolio. Maybe the alpha that you generate, when I mean alpha, the kind of return that you generate over the senses will be substantially higher over the long term.
Any particular Aditya Birla fund that will suit this profile?
One, of course, is Aditya Birla Sun Life equity is there. Aditya Birla Sun Life equity scheme is there. Aditya Birla Sun Life 96 itself is a tax saving fund. Tax saving fund, one invests for tax, second invests for wealth creation also. It serves both the purpose.
Okay.
Second is, third is Birla Sun Life mid cap and small cap. Both the funds are there. The another fund which has done extremely well over a long period of time is Aditya Birla Sun Life MNC fund.
Okay.
So in multinational companies in India who are operating in the Indian market, they do deliver over a long period of time a reasonably good return to shareholders.
Okay.
And this fund is meant for that. So therefore, MNC fund could also be considered among your investment choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot. I think really valuable piece of advice from Mr. Balasubramanian, sir. And pleasure having you here and talking to you, sir.
No,
Thanks a lot.
my pleasure. My pleasure, yeah.